Hello all, it is May 13th and my channel is going to take a little detour. If you've been following me, because I have so many followers, okay, just have a few. I started off talking about nutrition and mainly keto carnivore, which I'm no longer doing, and I'll say why in a bit, as well as showing pictures of me exercising. You'll see videos of me Olympic lifting and kettlebells in older videos. And I was still doing kettlebells prior to a few weeks ago when I just became overwhelmed with fatigue. My language learning, I'm still learning Hebrew and relearning Spanish, but not as intensely as before, where it consumed lots of my waking hours. Anytime I wasn't working, I was learning language, but I became so tired that now I can devote maybe a half hour to language learning. I was spending hours beforehand after work. Now I just don't have the energy, and I'll say why too. But I'm still learning. It's just going to be a little slower pace than it was before. So what has been happening? And why is the trajectory of this channel about to change? I'm still going to, talk about other things too. My language learning, definitely. But I have another subject to talk about. And I'm going to use my channel to document it. I am 45 years old. Last year I had my hormones checked because I thought I was going through menopause, but I wasn't. I was going through perimenopause. My AMH was 0.06. My FSH, I can't remember the number, but I think it was in the high 70s or high 80s. These are not great numbers if you want to have babies, but I didn't want babies anyways, so those numbers are fine by me. For my age and my numbers, 1% chance of having babies. But I was in perimenopause, and I was told soon I'd be in menopause. Wasn't there yet, but I was getting there. So, if you've been following me, you know that I've been pretty lean and fit, and then COVID hit, and then I gained the COVID weight, but I lost it real quick by going back to keto and then carnivore, my old standbys. And I fasted, and I was fine. Exercise was great, mental clarity was great, and then about a month and a half ago, actually no, not a month and a half ago. Stop it, my cats are. My period just went away, and I wasn't too concerned because it's been doing this. It hasn't been regular. It'll come, it'll go. Maybe 3 months, it'll disappear, then it'll come back and surprise me. Well, February, I had my last period. But I was not concerned because this has happened before. And you know what? It comes with getting older. I was also starting to be hot all the time. I was starting to gain weight despite sticking with carnivore, and pretty soon I couldn't do carnivore anymore. I switched to keto. I was just hungry all the time too, ravenous. And people would tell me who were in carnivore, oh, I'm only hungry once a day. And I was doing carnivore and it wasn't working. I was hungry all the time. So I tried to eat more carnivorous meals, and I was still hungry. I could no longer fast. Not even once a day. Then I tried, I'll do 2 carnivore meals uh, in a day, and I was still hungry. And people were telling me on these boards, and I should know better than to listen to people on these boards. Oh, you must be cheating. Oh, you're not fat adapted. Hell yeah, I was fat adapted. This isn't my first go around into keto carnivore, and I was a lot leaner than other people when they were telling me I wasn't fat adapted. Hell, you know what? Look at my past videos too. You tell me if I'm not fat adapted. Look at my video of me throwing up a barbell over my head. Okay, you tell me if I wasn't fat adapted. Anyways, so, and then I was looking at other carnivore icons. I would add more fat and I would just retch. I would feel sick by adding so much fat. Then I decided, you know what, let me go to keto instead. And at first, keto felt like it was working. I was adding vegetables, feeling good. I was adding some of the fruits that you can eat on keto, like blueberries. Oh my gosh, blueberries tasted so good, so good. Anyways, I started to actually feel a little ill with some vegetables like broccoli. And my meat eating took a turn for the worse because I started to just not want meat at all. And people told me that's why I was gaining weight, because I wasn't strict carnivore and I was eating 3 meals a day, far too much. I couldn't fast. It must be, this is what happens when you leave the carnivore lifestyle and go keto. Sort of find it funny that people, some people think keto is crazy, but there are people who are carnivore and think keto is a cheat. But this is the only way I could eat. Anyways, I was still hungry, but you know what? Going to keto is not the reason I was still hungry. But I was trying really, really hard because the weight would not come off. Anyways, with Ramadan coming up, I decided to fast along with Muslims, right? Because I used to do 1 meal a day all the time. Okay, what many people do, millions of people do for Ramadan, I did like for 2 years straight. So I said, I can go back with this incentive to do this. So I decided to do 1 meal a day. And I was white knuckling it. I eventually decided, you know what, I'm going to go low carb. I'm not even going to go keto. My hunger was so bad that I decided, you know what, I can't keep up with this 1 meal a day. It's not working to help me lose weight. In fact, I was still gaining. I was really upset with my weight gain and the fact that I was tired all the time. The past, was it 3 weeks, I could barely train. I was convinced that I was in menopause when I realized, my period hasn't been here in 4 months. I can't lose weight. I can't fast anymore. Maybe keto, low carb, intermittent fasting only works for younger people and doesn't work for women like me. It doesn't work for women like me. You know why? I went to my doctor and I said, I'm in menopause, or my thyroid is not working, or both. Test me. I'm at my wit's end. So I walked in the doctor's office thinking I was going to get a diagnosis of menopause. And I walked out with a diagnosis of pregnancy. I am pregnant. This whole time I did not know. I am so glad I stopped with that raw carnivore. And I don't want to hear that some carnivore woman who went raw and she's fine, and don't want to hear it, because she's probably not 45 when she found out. I'm not going to play, okay? I'm 45. I'm going to be extremely safe as much as I can be in this pregnancy. I'm not going to risk it. There's a reason why I have a meat aversion right now, and it's evolutionary. That was to protect women from eating any spoiled meat. I am not keto either anymore, but that's because there's just a lot of vegetables that I just cannot tolerate. I'm more low carb, even though there are some days when I'm not going to lie, like today I had pierogies, which is not low carb, but I'm not having sugar. No sugar. Some days it's the best I can hope for. It's what I can keep down. I had strawberries today. I had, what did I have? Oh, I had an avocado smoothie. There's not much that I like right now. And I'm going to eat the best I can. I don't even train anymore. My last pregnancy, I was a personal trainer, and I had extreme morning sickness. So bad that I, as a personal trainer who was in tip-top shape before pregnancy, couldn't train, and I was training other people. And then I look at these other women who maybe they decided to get fit now while they were pregnant, who had never exercised before, but they were still able to train, right? It was not fair. Hyperemesis gravidarium is not a joke. It is serious. I don't have it this pregnancy, but I do have severe nausea and extreme fatigue. And maybe it's just different in your 40s. Did not feel this way in my 20s. Another thing. So I go to the OB-GYN. They got me in really quick, like the next day. The first time I was pregnant, it didn't happen that way. I was told, you can wait a couple weeks, right? But 45 years old, they wanted me in the next day. So after I got my pregnancy test, a result from my doctor, and my HCG was sky high, right? Sky high. Wonder why, right? I am not having a baby. I'm having two. I am carrying monoamniotic twins. Identical. Identical twins. Well, that is rare. First of all, rare that I'm 45 and my AMH was 0.06. And here I am pregnant. And with twins, no less. I went in for my ultrasound today. I had a second ultrasound to see if they could see a membrane that's dividing them, because it would be a safer pregnancy. They didn't see one. There are things like cord entanglements that can happen. I'm a nurse, but, obstetrics is not my specialty. I'm in geriatrics. And I wasn't aware of all these complications that can happen. Right now, the twins are healthy. They're, good size. Their hearts are beating strong. But I go in another 3 weeks to see if they can see a membrane. If they can't, cross your fingers for me. It doesn't mean that I can't carry this successfully. It just means that I'm going to be monitored a lot. Because, there are identical twins out there that have made it. I am scared. I'm very scared. But at least I know that my body was not broken. You can gain weight on keto. I did. Because I was pregnant. And it is important to know you shouldn't always listen to what people on the internet say, or whatever other social media. Oh, you're not fat adapted. Oh, you need to eat this, this, and this, right? Or maybe you should fast 36 hours instead of 24. Thank God that my body decided to, you're not going to fast because I was gaining the weight. I can't imagine what would happen if I kept forcing myself to fast, pregnant with twins. But my body knew exactly what it was doing. It was doing what it was supposed to. And for that, I am grateful. Stay tuned for more pregnancy updates. Baby Watch starts now.